Okay, let's dive right into this super exciting look at the hidden heroes powering the massive logistics sector right here in Dallas Fort Worth. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to break down something you see literally every single day, but probably never give a second thought to. Trust me, by the end of this, you are going to look at warehouse floors completely differently. You know, when we talk about the incredible exploding growth of the DFW freight corridor over the past decade, you might think the story is just about giant warehouses, sprawling distribution centers, and massive fleets of trucks. But the real secret to keeping this whole massive supply chain moving smoothly, it actually sits right underneath the cargo. We are talking about the pallets. And this hits the nail right on the head. Warehouse managers aren't just blindly ordering any old platform anymore. Rethinking your pallet material isn't some passing fad. It is pure logistics survival. Advanced operations are paying incredibly close attention to exactly what their pallets are made of, simply because it directly impacts the bottom line. So let's move right into our first major concept, the DFW logistics boom and scaling up. All right, so here's the deal. A few major factors are really forcing businesses to look much more carefully at what sits under their freight. We're talking tighter warehouse space, massive variations in load weights, super strict international shipping rules, and of course, the total cost per pallet cycle. The crucial takeaway here is that a pallet's material absolutely dictates its lifespan, how well it handles wear and tear, whether it can be repaired, and its ultimate end-of-life value. You literally can't afford to ignore it. Now, what's really fun about this next section is we get to see the top contenders step into the ring for the pallet material showdown: wood versus engineered versus plastic. When we break down the options, standard wood beautifully retains its title as the heavy-hitting champion for most businesses. Why? Because of its totally unbeatable cost and the fact that you can easily repair it. Plastic, on the flip side, hits you with a really high unit cost and zero repairability. Then you've got engineered wood, sitting right there in the middle. For the vast majority of DFW operations running these high-cycle warehouses, standard wood just covers the broadest range of applications at the absolute lowest cost per cycle. But hey, not all wood is created equal, right? Pallets of Texas insists that every single new pallet order defaults to a sparkling, clean, strict grade A standard. They do this massive in-house quality check before anything is built, by ensuring there are absolutely no broken components, no rot, and zero insect damage. They guarantee you get perfectly consistent load performance every single time. So, if we pit standard wood directly against shiny plastic, the contrast is kind of mind-blowing. Look, plastic is absolutely fantastic if you're in a sterile food or pharmaceutical environment and you need to hose things down without absorbing moisture. But for everyday logistics, its high cost and total lack of repairability make it a really tough sell. Think about it. If a plastic pallet cracks, it's completely done. Toss it. But if a wood pallet breaks, you just swap out the board and keep moving. Okay, but what about that middle ground? Engineered wood, which is made from compressed wood fiber or particle board, offers some pretty neat tricks. It gives you highly consistent dimensions and it's quite a bit lighter. That is absolutely perfect for automated handling systems where precise sizing is a big deal. But, and this is a big but, you completely lose the ability to repair it in the field. One damaged panel means you are replacing the whole entire pallet, which obviously totally changes your cost model. Let's dive into this next super fascinating layer of global trade, the international pallet passport and crossing borders. As more and more Texas businesses ship internationally, having the right certification has gone from a weird specialty need to a totally daily routine. Have you heard of ISM 15? It stands for the International Standards for Phytosanitary Measures. Basically, if your freight is heading into Canada, Mexico, the EU, Australia, or China, a compliant pallet is not optional. Non-compliant pallets risk getting your valuable shipments held up indefinitely or even literally destroyed at customs. And let me tell you, that is a logistical nightmare no one wants to deal with. And check this out, this elegantly simple number, 56 degrees Celsius, for a minimum of 30 minutes. That is the magic core temperature required to heat treat wood and earn that all-important ISPM 15 certification stamp. It safely and completely eliminates any insects, larvae, or nasty pathogens that might be trying to hitch a free ride with your shipment. Remember our big materials showdown a minute ago? Well, here's the kicker. Plastic pallets absolutely cannot be heat treated to meet these international phytosanitary standards. So, standard wood effortlessly handles this heat treatment process, effectively making it the undisputed, affordable king of international freight. It easily checks off a massive compliance box that plastic just simply can't touch. Wrapping things up, let's move to our final section, the right pallet for you, and how partnering with Pallets of Texas makes all this incredibly easy. Because there is no single magical answer that works for every single warehouse, Pallets of Texas covers the entire life cycle of your logistics space. They don't just drop off a platform and bounce. They offer brand new custom builds, super cost-effective recycled options, fully certified export pallets, and they even do in-house repairs right at their Dallas facility. They even have a buyback program to help you recover value from your used stuff. It really is a complete, brilliantly designed ecosystem. And I love this part. They actually treat you like a true partner, not just a random order number. Step 1, you get a direct phone number to a dedicated account manager. No annoying, faceless support portals to click through. They actually take the time to figure out your specific handling equipment, your load weights, and where your stuff is going. Plus, get this. There are absolutely zero minimum requirements for your order. How cool is that? We all know logistics moves incredibly fast, and you can't be waiting around for days. The team at their Ledbetter Drive facility in Dallas actually responds to quotes within just 2 to 3 hours during business hours. 2 to 3 hours. You are literally just a quick phone call away from having an expert perfectly match your operations with the exact right material and grade to protect your budget. So, we have covered the materials, the borders, and the costs. As you look out over your warehouse floor today, maybe look down. Ask yourself, are your current pallet choices truly empowering your business's success, or are they a hidden liability just waiting to happen? It might just be time to upgrade your foundation. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today, and we'll see you next time.